Following the tragic shooting at Annunciation last week, many parents and students have gone into this school year with a heightened sense of concern for school safety.
With safety top of mind, we're hearing from a criminology professor at UMD who spent his career trying to understand the patterns of school shootings.
Northern News Now's Kyrie Johnson is live from UMD, where she sat in one of his classes earlier today. And Kyrie, what was the discussion like for those students today?
Yeah, Laura and Dan, violence on school campuses has been a growing concern for years now. And this class that I attended today focused on one main concern that a lot of people seem to have. Why do people engage in violent behavior? As schools across Minnesota welcome students back, safety is top of mind after the Minneapolis shooting.
Every time I teach this class, the world doesn't disappoint us in terms of giving us awful, tragic incidences to have as examples of things that are challenging to try to understand in terms of why did they happen.
But for both parents and students, it's a difficult topic to navigate, considering we never really have an answer to why these tragedies happen. Professor Scott Vollum has dedicated the last 20 years to creating this class and is now using it to teach students. The course analyzes gun control, mental health, and childhood traumas, often using real-world examples to help teach along the way.
How somebody can come to the point of opening fire on a group of children and then taking their own life. That is, it understandably should be something that's very hard for the average citizen to understand.
And considering many of his students have grown up in an era of active shooter drills, they have plenty to add to the conversation.
Especially living in America, that violence is just like normalized, and if that is school shootings or even just like everyday acts of violence.
It felt like kind of uneasy to walk into a classroom to learn about violence when there's so much violence going on. So it's just like heavy walking into class.
And while the purpose of the class is to analyze violence intellectually, Professor Vollum and his students say there is a responsibility to find answers.
How can we take steps as citizens, as a society, to try to reduce violence in a way that reduces the harm, that creates a society that is less harmful and less harmed by violence.
Professor Vollum says that violence is an incredibly complex topic and takes lots of open discussions to facilitate. He also says that there's lots of factors that contribute to it. Live in Duluth, Kyrie Johnson, Northern News Now.